Hi there, this is Juan Camilo Lovera and welcome to the Happiness 24/7 program, unleashing your potential in 21 days. Day 18, loving to make mistakes. One of the biggest barriers that stop us from taking risks are the fear of failing, the fear of what others will think about us, and so many fears that stop us. But what we need to learn and what we are going to focus on today's lessons is that failing and making mistakes is part of the process. So we need to have the correct mindset in order to receive and accept those mistakes in our lives. However, I will share with you today a technique that will help you to take intelligent risks, and it is called minimax analysis. And it is called minimax because the purpose is to minimize something and maximize something. We are going to learn what are those somethings. So your first step is to imagine and analyze which will be the worst case scenario of that risk that you are trying to take. And then you are going to observe and write which will be the best case scenario. So let's say, for example, that you want to travel all over the world. Which will be the worst case scenario? Okay, maybe you will be robbed in the first country, you will lose the entire money, you will need to work so much to continue traveling because you don't have more money. And what else? Maybe you will miss your family, your friends, and you won't like the experience. Okay, that will be the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, you will travel all over the world. You will know so many friends, so many cultures. You will visit different ways of thinking, different ways of seeing the world. You will swim, you will fly, you will have amazing experiences. So that's the first step, right? The second step is if you identify that your worst case scenario is something that you cannot deal with, it's something unacceptable for you, just don't take that risk because you will not enjoy it, right? But if you can deal with it, if it is something that it's worth it, okay, then you can continue throughout the process. In the third step, if you decide to continue even then the worst case scenario is something that can happen, but you accept it, what you're going to do is to think which proactive actions you can take in order to minimize that worst case scenario. What can you do in order to minimize that effect of that this worst case scenario become true? So for example, you can research which are the safest countries and do not go to those places where maybe you will have more probabilities to get robbed. You won't have all your money in cash. You should have some credit cards and other ways of carrying your money. Maybe you can talk with your family and with your friends every single week by internet or different tools, right? And then your fourth and last step is to proactively think which actions can you take to maximize that the best case scenario become true. So in the example that we are talking about, well, just think how you can enjoy more your trips, or maybe join to some friends, or maybe go to hostels where people that is traveling alone hang out together and you can meet more friends. Plan a route and a way of earning money while you are traveling. So those are proactive ways of increasing the probabilities that your best case scenario become true. And closing, remember that making mistakes is awesome. It's one of the best resources that you will have. Because as Thomas Alva Edison said, I haven't failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So ask yourself with each failing, what can you learn from that experiment? And continue. That's the best way and the unique road through success. In closing, remember that you are capable to achieve anything you want in life. And just for today, I will be loyal to my goals, my dreams, and the life I always dreamed of. Do you know that your life was made for something great? And would you like to connect with other dreamers as you? If so, subscribe to the channel and click here to receive completely free your first book.